for the week, also known as Bounty Ad Hunter. We're going to be going over a lot of the marketing and advertising news that's been happening this past week. Hope y'all been doing good. And we've been seeing some interesting developments, not only from the government tariffs and how that's going to affect the industry, but also we're seeing some layoffs, some people getting fired, but not just because they're doing bad work or anything, but like maybe cost reduction, that type of thing. And that sucks to see. It always sucks to see. That's something that's not foreign in this industry. So anyway, let's get into the news. Let's get into the news. So wild. This campaign is biggest campaign to date. 60-second ad highlights from 60-second ad highlights from the fun of running to set remark because I got high. Puma celebrating runners high in a new spot that pushes in the Go Wild campaign. That will be the sportswear brand's biggest ad effort yet. Let's peep this one. No context. We only when you review ads and when you look at ads, you can't have any context. If you think about it, I mean, you gonna have a little context because of programmatic ad. No, I want to say it's programmatic ads, but just the personalization of ads is gonna make sure that it finds you specifically. So, and it's gonna be there when you're getting interrupted. Like let's say you're watching a YouTube video and you just click on this favorite video about Mr. Beast. I'm just saying his name. I don't know if you watch Mr. Beast, but you click on the video and you essentially just see an ad, pre-roll ad, and you're like, man, I just wanted to watch this Mr. Beast video where I'm getting ads. Then you're like, oh snap, maybe this ad kind of fire. Maybe this might be interesting. You look in the bottom, like left-hand corner, it's like Puma. Like, what's Puma doing? Like, I heard of Puma. I probably haven't heard of Puma. Maybe I've heard of Puma. What's Puma? You know what I'm saying? There's different types of people with that type of response. So you need to have an ad that captures all of those people that just don't know who you are on the spectrum of knowing who you are. So this ad got a hit from straight jump. I've never used that phrase before.
I was gonna sleep in late, but then I got high. I was gonna let that heal, but then I got high. I just wanted to walk the dog, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but then I got high, but then I got high, but then I got high. I was gonna put this guy to sleep, but then I got high. I was gonna text my ex, but then I got high. I was gonna drive to work, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but then I got high, but then I got high, but then I got high. Da, 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 da. Yeah, because I got high, because I got high, because I got high.
In this 1 minute spot, there's a lot of different versions of this that can be made. And I say by versions, I mean by different time sections. Certain, like when it comes to ads or different types of seconds you can have in your ads, it's all the way from 15 seconds to 30 seconds to 45 seconds to a minute to 2 minutes. And as you increasingly add on the time that your ad takes, like 30 seconds, it's just gonna be more money involved. And with this particular one being a minute and seeing how it was done, you'll see a lot of different versions just based off the talent they introduced within this 1 minute spot. So you can flip this a lot of different ways. And I always think like that's why, or this is the type of ad they show like on Ad Age, is like the ad that can be split off into different parts with the campaign, since a campaign is basically just a collection of ads. So that's kind of what it is. You know a lot with this. I like the concept. But anyway, let's go back to when old boy jumped the gate. Man, I'm telling you, like, man, if I came to work, I'm gonna be able to jump the gate now. Like, if we're being honest, like, I'm gonna just say I got it from Puma. Peep that. Like, I could just say I got it from Puma, and then we could just move on, have our own good situation. Like, come on now. Let me just jump the turntable. I mean the turnstile. Something like that. Anyway. You have the, I don't know if it's just because of my screen though. Oh no, it's not because of my screen. I think they're also going for, at least with the outer, it's more vintage, more personable, more what's the other word I'm looking for? It's basically, when I think of vintage, I think of warm, I think of vibrant colors, I think of memories, I think of attachment. And with them just using this thing, I feel attached to them. You know what I'm saying? I feel way more attached. But that's not the only thing. Anyway, set to remake Afro Man's 2000 song Because I Got High. The 60-second commercial tackles the fun of the run. It shows people running even though they had not planned it as they go out about everyday activities such as work and walking the dog. The ad also features finish line moments that may feel familiar to running enthusiasts. In times of social media followership and meme culture, we want to inspire the professional and everyday athletes to look inside themselves, to find their own greatness and have the courage to unleash their true selves. This one, when I was talking about the AI produced spot, I was talking about this one. I saw, but I forgot it was from, I forgot who it was from. She don't want a puppy, she want a big dog. All right, let me stop, let me relax. Anyway.
For too long, greatness has been defined by the grind, the relentless pursuit. Pain is power. Struggle is strength. Play has no place in sport. But at Puma, we've always done things differently, championing the fearless few who show up exactly as they are. Unapologetically authentic, joyful pioneers. Those who know that greatness is measured by the courage to play your own way. Your story makes you strong. Your journey is yours to define. Move the world like only you can, because greatness is in your nature. Is strength as they are.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Unapologetically authentic.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
by the courage.
The way I think about this, and this could be taken in the worst possible way possible, but I really don't care. But like, it feels similar to how, like, it feels like a stock footage spec ad. Like, it doesn't feel like it was made for Puma. The thing it is with this particular ad is that it just feels like another ad to me when I was watching it. Another thing, I was like, what, this is a minute? Why is this a minute? Because, like, I don't know, I might skip it to get a 15 seconds. And that's not even like shade to the people that made it, because it's never a shade. It's like, it's more just like, oh, that's just how my instinctual reaction is to it. And you can't try and sugarcoat your way through that when the audience isn't gonna sugarcoat that. Because be for real, like, if you see an ad and you don't care, you skip it as soon as you skip it in the first 5 seconds if it's a skippable roll. if it's a skippable pre-roll ad, like you're skipping that immediately. So as people that make the ads, we can't even give ourselves much like room. I just don't feel nothing when I watch this. Excuse me. Film is usually the fastest way to get into somebody's heart in terms of like ads. That's why you see so many ads are like, I put them under the film category. Maybe that's still stigma around just fully generated AI stuff. But since I knew it was AI, I probably had a different outlook going into it. Don't even get don't even get me started on mobile game ads. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started on mobile game ads. I'm gonna be so honest with you. This, granted, is probably not this one. It's probably not this one. But yo, why do these people suck at driving so much? But that deserves a whole video in and of itself on like how I feel about mobile game ads. And man, I had to do more research on that because like I need to find out who makes these and personally talk to them. Anyway, federal agency cuts are affecting the ad industry. The Trump administration mission to pare down the government is taking a toll on marketing shops responsible for supporting federal agencies, marketing shops, marketing guilds, marketing agencies, marketing studios. The word shop is interchangeable. I call them guilds because I think that's cool. It's an environment of deep anxiety, said one communicator's agency executive who works with an impacted federal agency and who, like almost everyone interviewed for this story, requested anonymous. People are wondering every day whether funding is going to be cut, feeling the impact. Several federal agencies, including some with the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Health and Human Services, have paused some marketing campaigns, according to people familiar with the executive orders that stop DEI programs across the government and its agencies, and the repercussions have already started for some federal contractors and federal agencies, and where several contractors that have lost contracts fairly based upon their DEI posture. The threat is real. Agencies working with the federal government that are still towing DEI need to figure out a way if they want to resist and put a foot down, or risk looking misaligned with the administration priorities and lose out on opportunities, because people have to feed families. Let's keep that in check. People have to feed their families. The crackdown on DEI has also hurt morale from some shops, guilds, agencies, studios. The second agency executive told Ad Age their employees were required to scrub their pronouns from their email signatures, an order a few staffers took issue with and pushed back on. We had to say, we understand this is very personal for you, but this is a potential matter of our livelihood, so we gotta play ball. That's kind of cool. Wait, hear me out. I'm not saying the situation is cool or the circumstances that which they have to deal with is cool. What I'm saying is, in terms of copy and a copywriter, this feels like a movie quote. Okay, this is too serious for me to make it a joke out of, but I feel like the most serious things you have to make a joke out of, and that's what advertising shines in. But anyway, according to this person, many shops, studios, guilds, for example, are looking to parlay their federal experience into appropriate commercial markets, including high regulated industries such as healthcare, financial services, and utilities, he said. That's one thing that a lot of these agencies are doing. So they're basically trying to fight back by pivoting themselves into spaces where they don't need to rely on their federal government clients. Come on now. That's one way to do it. Because you kind of just don't know whether... Because imagine... I feel like that's a really smart move to make. Because imagine, with this political landscape, and let's say you have a minority on your team. And then at some point, they say, hey, the minority's on your team. Like, would you be able to walk away, or would you just have to fire that person and just bid them good riddance because you have to feed your family, instead of trying to pivot your way into a different market, in which would be hard, but you still have the morale and the connection of your team intact. So it's a bigger question, a bigger business problem to solve. What's going on? ACXIOM 3.5 seconds. 3,800 people, affecting 130 employees. The ACXIOM spokeswoman said that layoffs were unrelated to the upcoming merger. IPG and Omnicom have been open in the past about the merger, leading to changes in staff. That's crazy. That's great. Jonah's studio, the content studio within the indie agency Jonah, have been named the first lead creative for the frozen food brand Reds. Red selected an agency based on its subscription model, which it's focused around a series of social and PR activations developed through sprints, especially quick churn and high value ideas at a fixed price. The models include a startup fee to develop a playbook and strategy, then a quarterly subscription fee that covers both production and media costs, allowing flexibility to adjust the mix. What this is basically saying, from the way I see it in my brain, is there's an initial fee to develop how they're going to tackle the business problems that Red has. Then, after they figure out what to do, then it's up to a reoccurring fee that they pay to cover media. I'm thinking media buying, but I also said PR activations. So this might include like communications, like PR, public relations, and production. Basically how they're gonna make it. So they cover the production and cover how it's gonna be distributed with one subscription fee. And this allows flexibility to which one they want to focus more on. Jonah is an agency that I've been hearing a lot of names. Like a lot of names. This is a side topic, but maybe this is also why we're seeing such a rise in independent agencies. Because from my opinion, from what I've been seeing, I don't see independent agencies going through this. I mean, with the massive layoffs, I don't see it going through it. And it's probably because they don't scale as big as these corporations do and are forced to make those business calls. But at the same time, that just makes it even more imperative if you were an up and coming, you know what I'm saying, an ad hunter, upcoming ad hunter, or person getting into advertising. Like, you're probably going to look at more independent agencies. You're probably going to be there for more long. You're probably going to wear more hats. You're probably going to see the full spectrum of the business when you're working at a smaller shop. And I say that's definitely true, just coming from a PR internship that I had last summer. Like, you really see the gears that are moving. You're seeing the vendors, you're seeing your own production team, you're seeing the communications, you're talking with your boss, like, what's going on? What does this mean? How do I look at it? Anyway, this cuts amount to roughly 35 people. Going back to the article. According to a person close to the situation, they didn't comment. The layoffs come after a slew of executive departures at AKQA Group following the resignation of Ajaz Ahmed. Yeah, I think he was the one that built AKQA, which is crazy. And
extreme weather moving into the area. Rain, snow, and strong winds. Better stay inside.
Sounds mad big.
Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly, super duper fly. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly. Beep beep, who got the keys to the Jeep? I'm driving to the beach. Top down, loud sound, see my piece. Look like it's about to rain, what a shame. I got the armor or the shine up the stain. Old Missy, try to maintain. I feel the wind. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10 begins. I sit on heels like Lauren until the rain starts coming down and pouring. Chill. I can't stand the rain. I got my umbrella, my finger waves the days, they fall like Humpty, Chumpty. I break up with him before he dump. To have me, yes you lucky, yes you lucky. It's my window, I can't stand her. It's my window, I can't stand her. It's my window, I can't stand her.
That was cold. That was cold. The best part about this entire spot, she was walking with a cane. If you don't even know, single thread, I have to keep them in mind. Because what the fudge, like, she was walking with a cane. I'm interested in this McDonald's. Bro, what am I looking at, bro? That's fire. That's honestly so good that they did that.
McDonald's meets the Minecraft universe with 6 new collectibles in a Minecraft movie meal.
Having this whole ad in the same style as a movie, I don't know if the movie came out, but with the movie, like McDonald's and their collaborations are like honestly on a whole different level. From White and Kennedy, New York, which is built upon Minecraft. We've seen a lot of ads, we've seen a lot of news. Just wrapping up, we just seen the tax, I mean, not want to say tax, but the government federation, I mean, not federation, what am I saying? The government policy and how that's affecting the agencies that work with the government, how they're taking all types of actions against the different types of policies that are in place to ensure that their teams and their families and how they operate aren't compromised just based on somebody else's whim. We also seen Puma and their AGENTIC AI ad, and we've seen how they also seen layoffs coming out from ACXIOM. I think it was like 3.5. I think also seen WPP agency AKQA come off with another layoff, like scary, it's weird. And we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. Follow the IG Tuscan NM, which is the same username across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. If you checking this out, checking out the VOD, are you tuning in live? Peep those out. Appreciate it. all the people that watched me and probably just like clicked on LinkedIn bio type of thing. Also appreciate it. This is interesting at industry news. Never really gets old. I'm just trying to find my pacing with the way I talk. And yeah, I think this week did not disappoint. A lot of news, a lot of stuff happening. But anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all. Bounty Ad Hunter. Peace.